Hey everyone, my name is Sean. Today on Geeksvana we're going to be trying something a little bit different. It's called 21 Questions With. The idea behind this concept is to bring you interviews in a slightly more punchy, fun kind of way, which focuses very much on the person being interviewed and not the interviewer. Over the coming weeks and months, we're going to be featuring some of the most interesting people from across the drone community sphere. First up is Kelly Shores of Ready Set Drone fame. Many of you will already know Kelly from running a hugely successful YouTube channel and being a generally nice guy. Seen by many as the godfather of the drone community, Kelly is one who always gives back to the community whenever he possibly can. And I want to thank Kelly for being the guinea pig on today's interview. Remember to let us know in the comments below what you think of this new format, as well as anybody you'd like to see featured in the future.
Hey Sean, what's up? It is good to be on your channel, especially in this format. I like this Q&A kind of thing. So thanks for having me today. I'm happy to answer any questions you have about me, my channel, whatever. So I thought I'd mix it up and show you all of my drone fashion in the process. So starting with the SpinUp shirt. If you don't know about SpinUp, go to spinup2020.com and check it out. But Sean, what's your first question?
Can you describe your channel in under 30 words?
That's an interesting one. Well, I'd have to say drones, nerds, and skateboards occasionally, and some RC cars. I think that's about probably 15 words, so that's what I would describe it. Also, a great community. What's your next question?
What's the best thing about running a YouTube channel?
The best thing about running a YouTube channel? Well, I have to say it's the community. And I don't just say that lightly. It really is people like you and all the folks out there that tune in and watch and give good feedback and kind of how we all get to hang out and support each other online. Definitely the best part about this YouTube thing.
What's the worst thing about running a YouTube channel?
Good question. The worst thing about YouTube? Well, I guess it's probably not always being able to help people when they ask you questions. I feel like I get a lot of tech support questions about drones, some drones that I've never even heard of before. And I always feel bad that I can't help people, but I'm not really a tech support guy. I try when I can, but yeah, it's just having that feeling that you're not always able to keep up with all the questions that you get asked online, and feeling a little bad about it because I like to make sure that people feel connected to me.
The best drone you've ever flown?
That's also kind of a tough question because it kind of just depends on what sort of mood you're in. I'll say right now my go-to drone is the Mavic 2 Pro as far as just being able to get amazing video and photography. I also just really love the Syma X5C, which is a toy drone. I talk about it all the time, but it's just such a fun little line of sight flyer. And just recently, I've been into the Tiny Hawk 2. Tiny Hawk 2 is a blast to fly if you want to get into flying FPV. So for camera and photography, I would say Mavic 2 Pro. For FPV tiny whooping, it would be the Tiny Hawk 2. And for just goofing around in the backyard with friends and having fun, it's the Syma X5C.
Which manufacturer do you wish made drones and why?
I think I'm going to combine the next two questions, 5 and 6. The question 5 is which manufacturer do I wish made drones, and 6 is FPV or camera drone. I will say that I wish DJI would make an actual FPV drone, like a dedicated, easily repairable, modular kind of FPV drone. I think that would be a ton of fun, and using their tech for FPV would make it a whole lot of fun to fly. And if it was cross-compatible with their other stuff, their camera drone stuff, even better. So that's 5 and 6. DJI making an FPV racing or freestyle drone.
Do you have a secret talent?
Yes, I would say I have several. One is I'm an excellent parallel parker. My first car was a very big old Buick, and I learned how to parallel park in it. So even without automation or a backup camera, I can parallel park. As long as there's enough space for the car, I can make it work. Number 2, I am very good at tossing grapes and other things, M&Ms, high in the air and catching them in my mouth. So there you go. If you come to SpinUp, I'll show you.
Have you ever hurt yourself with a drone?
Yes, more than once, not anything major, but the biggest time I cut my hand pretty good one time with a Phantom 4. I was actually flying a paid gig out at Circuit of the Americas, believe it or not, which is the F1 racing track here in Austin. And it was for a car dealership. They were doing some hot laps with some of their cars, and I was capturing that. and I had my Phantom 4 kind of go a little berserk on me. I think what happened is I had tried to take off from the cement, and there's a lot of rebar and there was a lot of interference, and so I was getting a lot of compass errors, even though I had calibrated the compass numerous times. And the drone just and it was also windy, and the drone just kind of took off and started going sideways, and I just put my hand down on it to stop it because I was a ways away from everybody, but I didn't want it to get out of my control. So I put my hand on it and cut my thumb pretty good. I still got the shot. I was able to recover from that and get the shot even though my thumb was bleeding, and then I scampered off to the bathroom, washed it, and put some tape on it, and all's good now.
What's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport is definitely ultimate frisbee, also just playing catch and such on the beach or wherever. I love throwing the frisbee, catching the frisbee. I played competitively in college, and then I played recreationally after college, and then I coached my son's youth team for 2 years in a row, 2018 and 2019. Unfortunately, the 2020 season was canceled because of coronavirus, but ultimate frisbee.
The last drone you flew which genuinely excited you?
I'd have to say it was two. It was the Tiny Hawk Freestyle 2. I had a really good time learning how to fly that thing and getting better at freestyle. And then I would also say the Skydio 2. It does amazing stuff when it comes to following you and tracking you and not running into stuff. So Tiny Hawk Freestyle 2 and Skydio 2 are two that have excited me lately.
Which video was your first breakout success?
My first video that was a big success, that's kind of subjective, and I don't really know that I have one answer, but I do remember the first video that kind of took off a little bit more than I expected or more than I was used to, and that was for the 3DR Solo. I had gotten one, done an unboxing and kind of a review of it, and hadn't really ever had 100 views overnight before, and all of a sudden I posted the video, and the next day I had 100 views, and I was like, whoa, that's really cool. And that was very encouraging. So, you know, it was just finding the right drone at the right time and people being interested. So that was really cool.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
My favorite movie was Star Wars since I was 7 years old, but then Empire Strikes Back came out when I was 9, and I have to say that became my favorite movie. So Star Wars and the Empire Strikes Back would be my favorites. I love the Snowspeeder, absolutely one of the coolest designs for a aerial vehicle ever, and the fact that it can take down those big walkers is pretty cool. And of course the Airhogs Millennium Falcon drone is super cool too. May the force be with you, may the fourth be with you, and these aren't the drones you're looking for.
What is SpinUp?
I'm glad you asked what SpinUp is. SpinUp is an event created specifically for the online drone community. This will be our third year to do it. We did it in 2018, 2019. This year it's going to be virtual, and it's going to have some amazing speakers, tons and tons of giveaways, and then we're also going to do a real life get together 2 weeks afterward in Colorado. So if you can make it to any of that, whether online or to the real life get together thing, meetup, that would be great. Visit SpinUp2020.com to learn more.
Why did you create SpinUp?
Why did I create SpinUp? It was really out of a need for a lot of people who had never met before but interacted all the time online to get together. I wanted to have an event that was specific for this community, the folks that watch all the live streams, the folks that comment on each other's videos, the folks that are flying the same drones and trying the same things and helping each other out in forums. So that's why SpinUp was created. And in answer to the question about is there going to be one in 2020, yes, it's going to be virtual and it's free to attend, and there's going to be lots of giveaways and prizes. If you want to participate in that, you have to buy a ticket, but it's really cheap, and you can go to SpinUp2020.com to learn more.
One piece of tech you cannot live without.
One piece of tech I can't live without, I would have to say that's my MacBook Pro. Some people use their phone for everything. Some people don't mind doing stuff on a tablet. I love editing stuff on my MacBook Pro, and it is something that I take everywhere with me. And even if it's more convenient to answer an email or something on someone's phone, I still do it on my computer. So having a MacBook Pro or a good laptop with me, but especially my MacBook Pro, is really important. And that's the piece of tech I love.
Why did you start Ready Set Drone YouTube channel?
I think it was because in 2014, I recognized that drones were A, very cool, and B, going to be a big thing. And I wanted to kind of share that enthusiasm that I had about drones with the world. I also hoped and have accomplished probably after about 3 years of doing it, to be able to pay for drones through revenue that I receive on the channel. I don't make a full living off of Ready Set Drone by any means, but it is enough for me to pay for drones, drone t-shirts, stuff like that I use on the channel. So it's kind of a symbiotic thing where I earn money by reviewing drones, and then I use the money I earn to buy drones. So my wife wishes I would invest it, but I feel like I am investing it.
What's your favorite app?
Okay, I didn't change shirts because you asked my favorite app. That would be DroneLink. Go check it out, dronelink.com.
What's the best joke you know?
Okay, and since I'm wearing my Ken Heron shirt, I'll tell my favorite joke of all time. What kind of bird flies straight towards your head? A duck. Pause for laughter. Hey Sean, thanks a lot. This was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you letting me be on the show in this fun and dynamic way. Again, if anybody's interested in finding out more about SpinUp and how to kind of join in the fun, go to spinup2020.com. I'll look forward to seeing everyone at SpinUp, and take care, my friend. Good to see you.
And there we have it. That's 21 questions with Kelly Shores. I'd like to thank Kelly for joining us today and being the guinea pig on this new format. Let us know in the comments below what you think of it, as well as anybody who you would like to see featured in future episodes. If you're new here, Geeksvana is a YouTube channel which focuses on drones, drone news and tech-related content. To get more content like this, then subscribe, and to get the latest drone news first, hit the notification bell.
All right, you're still here. No in the seat.